Good morning to all. So this is Shailaja from ECE department. Now I am going to deal with the subject network analysis. Okay. So the first one is, so the subject is network analysis. So first thing, what is a network? Okay, what is a network? So the network is a interconnection of network is an interconnection of electronic components. Okay, network is an interconnection of electronic components. So what are the electronic components? So the electronic components are, so maybe batteries, resistors, capacitor, inductors, transistor, and so on. So the interconnection of these components is called as a network. So our subject is equal to the network analysis. Okay, to analyze the circuit operations and functions, we require some of the principles or some of the laws. Based on that, we are analyzing the circuit. So our subject is network analysis. Okay, is it clear? So next, in this network analysis, okay, so our first chapter is equal basics of electrical circuits and Kirchhoff laws. Okay, now so there is a similar meaning goes to the network and the circuit. Okay, and in the same way, the similarly the circuit is also maybe a interconnection of electronic components. So and the second thing is Kirchhoff laws. So what are the Kirchhoff laws? So where we are applying these Kirchhoff laws. Okay, that is our first chapter, basics of electrical circuits and Kirchhoff laws. Okay, so in that first chapter, I am going to deal with the first topic, that is active elements. Okay, so active elements. So our discussion network means there may be a interconnection of electronic components. So these electronic components having some of the elements or some of the components is to be active, some other equal to the passive. So what are the active elements and what are the passive elements? So the first we are going to deal with active elements.
Talk back on YouTube.
The first one is active elements. So active elements are the sources of energy. That means an active element is one which supplies electrical energy to the circuit. So the circuit means which is a interconnection of electronic components. So these electronic components is to be active by applying the sum of the energy to the circuit. Okay, so the sum of the energy is to be supplied by the active elements. Okay, active elements are the sources of energy. That means an active element is one which supplies the electrical energy to the circuit. Okay, so which supplies the electrical energy to the circuit. So these active components are, it may be a current source or voltage source. Okay, the active components are active elements are, so it may be a current source or a voltage source which supplies energy to the circuit, which supplies the energy to the circuit. So the best examples for active elements are ideal voltage source and ideal current source. Okay, it may be a current source or a voltage source which supplies the energy to the circuit. So the examples for the active elements is equal to ideal voltage source and ideal current source. Okay, now so next, passive elements. So what is a passive element? Okay, so active element means which supplies the energy to the circuit. Passive elements means which supplies the energy to the circuit. Sorry, passive elements means it is totally opposite to the active element. That means, so active elements which supplies the energy, in the same way passive elements which receives the energy. That means an element which is not an energy source is a passive element, which is not an energy source is equal to the passive elements. So these passive elements either, so which absorbs the energy or otherwise stores the energy. So that means active element supplies the energy. So passive element just receives the energy So that received energy may be it absorbs or otherwise store the energy. Okay, so that means the passive element. A passive element is one which receives electrical energy and then it either converts it into heat or stores in an electric field or magnetic field. So that means a passive element is which receives electrical energy. Okay, after receiving electrical energy, so based on the component operation, it may be converted into heat or it stores the energy in the form of electric field or otherwise magnetic field. So for example, the passive elements examples are resistor, inductor and capacitor. Okay. So what is resistor or what is resistance? So resistance means which opposes the flow of current. Okay. So when we are using this resistor, so so it converts the energy into heat. Okay, that means so when the current is flowing through a resistor, so which the energy is to be in terms of heat. Suppose in the same way, so when we are using the capacitor, okay, so the capacitance means when the current is flowing through a capacitor, okay, which stores the sum of the energy. So the storing energy is in the form of electric field. Okay, in the same way, inductance also. So inductor means so the inductor is equal to the symbol for inductor is this one. Okay, that is equal to L. So it may be inductor or otherwise it is also called as a coil. So when the current is flowing through this coil, the current is equal to I. Okay, when the current is flowing through this coil, so surround of it provides the sum of the magnetic flux linkages. So that's why so when we are using the inductor which stores the energy which is in the form of magnetic field, because so when the current is flowing through a coil, so surrounding of it is generating the flux. So that's why capacitance which stores the energy in the form of electric field. So next inductor which stores the energy in the form of magnetic field. At the same time resistor it is into heat. Okay. So these three components called as passive elements, that is resistor, capacitor and inductor. Okay, passive elements means a passive element is one which receives electrical energy. So which receives the electrical energy is called as a passive element. Okay. So the example for passive elements are resistor, capacitor and inductor. Okay na. So in this capacitor and inductor, these two called as a storage elements. Okay. With these two are called as a storage. Why it is called as a storage elements? Because so which store the initially which store the sum of the energy. So that's why these two will be called as a capacitor and these two capacitor and inductor is called as a storage elements. So that means capacitor store the energy in the form of electric field and inductor will store the energy in the form of magnetic field. Okay, that is active element and passive element. So active element is equal to the which supplies the energy to the circuit. So passive element means which receives the electrical energy. So these are the active elements and passive element. Okay. Next one is energy source. Okay. So which supplies the energy to the circuit. So that means what is energy or otherwise what is energy source. So an energy source is a device. Okay. So that means from that source, so we are generating the energy. So this energy may be in the form of voltage, current or power. That's why an energy source is a device which is capable of delivering energy to the external device over an infinite time interval. Is it clear? So an energy source is a device which is capable of delivering energy to the external device over an infinite time interval. And so which generating or which supplies the or which delivers the energy to the external device over an infinite time interval. So there is a classification of energy sources. Okay. So mainly the energy sources are two, that is voltage source and current source. Okay na. So energy sources are so voltage source and current source. Again these voltage sources are divided into independent voltage source and dependent voltage source. Is it clear? So voltage source means which is generating the energy in the form of voltage. So the current source means which generate the or which delivers the energy in the form of current. Okay. So these voltage source and current source which depends on there is a two ways, that is independent voltage source and dependent voltage source. Okay. So next one is dependent voltage dependent sources. So these dependent sources are again dependent voltage source and dependent current source. Okay, so these dependent voltage source is again into voltage dependent voltage source, again current dependent current source. So in this case, okay, dependent voltage source. So that means, so independent voltage source means which is generating the energy directly without depending on other components or other sources. That is equal to the independent sources. Okay, independent sources means which does not depends on the other element to generate or to supply the energy to the circuit. Okay, dependent source or dependent voltage source means, so when this voltage source ready to deliver the energy which depends on other source elements. So that's why these sources will be called as a dependent voltage source. Is it clear? Independent sources and dependent source. Independent sources means, so which does not depends on the other voltage source or other sources to deliver the energy. So dependent sources means, so when it is ready to deliver the energy which depends on other sources. So that's why these sources will be called as dependent sources. So in these dependent sources there is a dependent voltage source, dependent current source. Okay, so these dependent current voltage sources are again classified into two ways, that is voltage dependent voltage source, current dependent voltage source. That means here look at the symbol of this voltage dependent voltage source. That means the voltage V is equal to the output voltage, V dash is equal to the input voltage. So that means, so to getting the output voltage is to be delivered to the circuit V which depends on the other source, that is equal to the voltage source. So that's why voltage dependent voltage source. Okay na. So that means, so the voltage source is to be deliver the voltage which depends on the another voltage source, that is equal voltage dependent voltage source. Next one is the current dependent current dependent voltage source. So that means here the voltage source V which depends on the current source. Ante, so based on the functions, based on the flow of current through a circuit, the voltage may be getting. So that is equal to, so next current dependent voltage source. That means, so the voltage which supplies the energy to the circuit which depends on current source. Okay, next dependent current source. So dependent current source is equal to, okay, again depends on voltage dependent current source, current dependent current source. That means, so the current source, so which delivers the current to the circuit which depends on another voltage source. So that is equal to voltage dependent current source. Next thing is current dependent current source. So current dependent current source means the current flowing through the circuit which delivers to the circuit is depends on the another source element, that is equal to the current. So that's why, so current dependent current source. Okay na. So these are the classifications of energy sources. Okay, so these energy sources means, so the energy source is divided into voltage source and current source. Again these voltage and current sources are either independent or dependent. Okay, so independent voltage source means, so which delivers the energy without depending on other other sources. So that's why these are equal to the independent voltage source. So dependent sources means, so when the source is to be ready to deliver the energy which depends on other sources, that is equal to the independent sources and dependent sources. Okay, next one is, so these conversion of voltage source into current source. Already we know that, so there is a different sources, that is voltage source and current source. So from this voltage source, so these voltage sources may be used in circuits or otherwise networks. So that our topic is conversion. So conversion of voltage source into a current source or vice versa. Okay na. So conversion. So why we are converting? So voltage source into current source or otherwise current source into voltage source. So for simplification of the circuit, we are going to convert the either maybe into voltage source into current source, or otherwise current source into voltage source. Okay, so the first I am going to tell conversion of voltage source into current source. So that means any voltage source Vs is in series with a resistance R can be represented by a current source Is in parallel with the resistance R. Okay, so how to get this conversion? Okay, so that means voltage source. Here the voltage source is equal to Vs. Okay, so this Vs is in series with resistor R can be represented by a current source that is equal to Is is in parallel with the resistor R. This one is the conversion. Okay, so voltage source is converted into current source. So that means the magnitude of this current source is given by, so the magnitude of this current is given by Is is equal to Vs by R. Okay, is it clear? So conversion of voltage source into current source. Suppose the voltage source that is equal to here is DC voltage source. DC voltage source means it will be indicated by the positive sign and negative sign. So this voltage source is So this voltage source is connected in series with the resistor R. Is to be converted into, so the current source is in parallel with the resistor R. So when we are converting this voltage source into current source, so the magnitude of the current is given by S is equal to Vs by R. Okay, so at the same time, so the conversion of current source to the voltage source. Okay, conversion of current source to the voltage source. So that means any current source that is Is, okay, any current source that is equal to Is is in parallel with the resistor R can be represented by a voltage source is in series with the resistor R. Okay, is it clear? Here is equal to the current source. So the current source is equal to the, so the current source is in parallel with the resistor can be represented by a voltage source in series with the resistor R. Again the magnitude of the voltage source is given by Vs is equal to Is into R. Okay, so already we know that Ohm's law. Ohm's law is equal to V is equal to I into R. Okay, here the given element is equal to the current source, that means I. So the given source is equal to I. So this I is in parallel with the resistor R. So this I and R is maybe represented by V and R. I and R is represented by the V and R. So that means the current source is to be converted into voltage source. Okay, so that's why, so here the given element is equal to I and R means, so the voltage V is equal to I into R. So that's why the magnitude of this conversion of voltage source is equal to V is equal to I into R. So these are the conversion. Okay, so the conversion of voltage source into current source, again the conversion of current source into voltage source. So mainly we are considering here is, so voltage source. So voltage source, when we are connecting the resistor to the voltage source, then it may be connected in series. So the mainly we are remembering that, so when we are connecting voltage to the resistor, so these two are connected in series. In the same way, so when we are connecting the current source with resistor, so these two may be connected in parallel. Okay, here is the sum of the examples of conversion of current source into equivalent voltage source. Conversion of current source into an equivalent voltage source. So look at the, so circuit. Okay, here the circuit is equal to current source. Current source means here the current source is equal to the, so the current source having the value is equal to the 10 angle 45 degrees. Okay, so is in parallel with the 3 ohm and J 4 ohm resistors. Okay na, here is equal to, here the resistor value is equal to R is equal to 3 ohms. Okay, so next, so the inductor value, so here the inductor is equal to L is equal to Here L is equal to J 4 ohms. J 4 ohms. Here the inductor already represented is in terms of resistance by the notation of J. So that's why there is no need to convert it. Okay. So these two are connected in parallel. So the resistor R and inductor, internal resistance of the inductor J 4 ohms are, these two are connected in parallel. So that's why here look at the solution. Okay. So given the current source is equal to I is equal to 10 angle 45 degrees. So the internal impedance of the current source is equal to, so the internal impedance of the current source is equal to Zs is equal to, so these 3 ohms is connected in parallel with the J 4 ohms. So when we are solving this equation parallel circuit, we getting the value is equal to the 1.92 plus J 1.44 ohms. That is the impedance value. So why it is called as impedance? Because here this one is equal to the complex numbers. So complex, that is, so these impedance contains the real part and the imaginary part. Here the real part is equal to the 3 ohms, imaginary part is equal to the J 4 ohms. So the complex representation of impedance is equal, Z is equal to the X R plus J X. So this one is called as a impedance. So when the imaginary part is equal to 0, so then Z impedance is called as a resistance. But in this case the impedance value, in this case the reactive component is equal to the 4 ohms. So that's why it is called as a impedance. Z is equal to R plus Jx. Again, so to converting these, current source is in parallel with the resistor is into voltage source. So that's why the magnitude of the voltage source is equal to, so Vs is equal to Is into Zs. Okay. Here already we know that Vs is equal to the 10 angle 45 degrees, and so from that we will find out the value of Z. So Z is equal to the 2.4 into, okay, 36.87. Here, so there is a need to converting for simplification. So there is a need to converting these complex representation into polar representation. That then we are getting the value is equal to the 24 angle 81.87. Okay. So then the equivalent circuit is equal to the voltage source. So the equivalent voltage source is in series with the resistor R. Okay. Here is equal to, impedance is equal to, so these two are connected in parallel. So that's why we are getting the value of in terms of complex representation or otherwise rectangular form. Here or otherwise rectangular representation. So these rectangular representation is converted into polar. Okay. So these rectangular is converted into polar representation. Okay. How to convert these rectangular representation into polar representation. Okay. So in this polar representation, so why we are converting these rectangular into polar means, here already the voltage is given in the form of polar representation. So that's why, so for simplification purpose we are converting the rectangular into polar representation. Finally, so there is a conversion of voltage source, current source into voltage source. Here, so the current source is equal to the 10 angle 45 degrees amperes. Next one is resistor R. Here instead of resistance there is a impedance Z. Z is equal to R plus 3 plus J 4 ohms. So this may be equal to, so 1.92 plus J 1.44 ohms. So this form is to be converted into polar form. Okay. So after that, so this polar form is equal to, so this polar form is the impedance. Again the current is also in the polar form. Then we are find out the magnitude. Vs is equal to Is into Zs, that is 10 angle 45 degrees into 2.4 angle 36.87 degrees. So finally the when after completion of this final solution magnitude, so next are the equivalent circuit. So that means the equivalent circuit is voltage source in series with the resistor R. So V equal to 24 angle 81.87 degrees into in series with 2.4 angle 36.87. So that is the conversion. So the conversion of current source into equivalent voltage source. Again in the same way we are converting the voltage source into current source. Okay now. So in the same way when we are converting the voltage source into equivalent current source, again look at the same example. Okay, so in this case, okay, so suppose this one is our given problem, that is voltage source is in series with the current source, and the given thing is equal to here voltage source. Voltage source may be converted into current source. Okay, here the voltage source Vs is equal to the 24 angle 81.87 degrees. Again the impedance is equal to the 2.4 angle 36.87. So this will be converted into current source. So that means, so when we are requiring the current source, first find out the magnitude. So magnitude IS is equal to from Ohm's law V by R. Okay. So here IS is equal to V is equal to, so 24 angle, V equal to 24 angle 81.87 by, here Z is equal to the 24 angle. So 24 angle, sorry 2.4 angle 36.87. So from that we are getting the value of I. Okay. So I is in, so after that when we are find out the magnitude of IS, so this will be placed here. Okay. So that is equal to, that means IS is equal to, here V is equal to, so 24 angle 24 by, okay. So next impedance is equal to the 2.4. So okay na, 2.4. Okay. So here, so calculate this, we are getting the value is equal to the 10. Okay. So whatever the angle may be, so here angle is equal to, so 81 point, here angle is equal to the 81.87 minus 36.87. So that means the angle is equal to the 45 degrees. So again the impedance is in parallel with that is 2.4 angle 36.87 ohms. Okay, that is the conversion of voltage source into current source. Okay, is it clear? So look at again this example. So the current source into equivalent voltage source. So here the current source is equal to, so 10 angle 45 degrees amperes, and the impedance is equal to the 3 ohms plus J 4 ohms. These two are connected in parallel. Okay. So after conversion of this impedance into, this parallel connection into some equivalent impedance, after that we are find out value of voltage source. So voltage source is equal to Vs. Vs is equal to Is into Zs. So after find out the magnitude voltage source, so that means, so Vs is equal to Is into Zs. From that we are find out the voltage source. So remembering that, so when we are find out the magnitude of the voltage, the impedance is, so the equivalent impedance that is connected in series. So that is the conversion of current source into voltage source. In the same way, so again voltage source into current source. So the given thing is, given problem is voltage source is connected in series with the resistor R, is to be converted into, so the current source is in parallel with the resistor or resistance or otherwise impedance. Okay. So that is the conversion of voltage source